Hey guys, and welcome to day 2 of data structures and algorithms. Now, in this video, we're actually first going to be doing lists. Now, in the last video, we actually solved the contains a duplicate problem using a set, and then we iterated through it, and then we returned true if the number was in the set. Otherwise, we kept adding in and returned false. So I explained that. If you did not see that video, please go ahead and see that first. Now in this video, I'm actually going to be explaining lists in Python, and then in the next video we're going to be starting 2-pointers. Okay, so now basically a list is a collection of items, or it could be anything. So for example, I have one called fruits over here, and it has apple, banana, and then apple and orange again. Now, unlike sets can only have unique values, right? They cannot have the same thing again and again. So, but lists, they can have the same thing repeating multiple times. So, for example, I have apple here, and I also have it here, right? So you can do that. Now let's say, for example, I iterate through each fruit. So for every fruit in these fruits, let me go ahead and actually print the fruit. So let me go ahead and actually run this. Python p1, and as you can see, it iterates through and it prints all the fruits. Okay, so now whenever we have a collection of items in a list, each item actually has an index. So the index for this is 0. The index always starts from 0. So the index for apple is 0, and then for this it's 1, and then for this it's 2, and then for this it is 3. Right? So let me explain this. So if I say, for example, print print fruits, and then I did 0, it should print apple, because apple is the first thing in this list. So if we count the index, we have 0, 1, 2, and 3, right? So this is the first one, the 0. It starts from 0. So if I run this, as you can see, it prints apple. And now if I do 1, it should print banana, because that is the second one. Now also in lists, you can change or remove or even add things. So how do you change? You just do print and then fruits, right? Change, right? So you could just do fruit. Say I want to change apple into pineapple. You just say this equals to pineapple. Sorry, this should be 0, sorry, because it always starts from 0. So now what this is going to do is it's going to change this into pineapple. Lists are actually mutable. Mutable means they are changeable, so you can change values. So if I do print fruits now, it should not have apple as the first one, and it should actually do pineapple. As you can see, it has pineapple because I changed it. Now you can also remove and add items. So how do you add items? You just do fruits, append, and then now you just enter in the item you want. So for example, I could say tomato, right? And then if I run this, as you can see, it adds tomato also over here. Now I can also remove by doing fruits.remove, and then all I do is just put a string, and then whatever I want to remove. So for example, if I want to remove banana, and as you can see, it removes banana. Now I could also reverse this by using the reverse. So fruits.reverse, and as you can see, it gets reversed. And then if we have orange first, and then apple, and then banana, and then the apple again, right? So yeah, that is actually pretty much it for lists. And also in lists, we don't have to have strings. We can even have numbers like this, right? You could also have numbers, or you could even have bool. Bool is like true or false, right? So we could even have this. So yeah, that's actually pretty much it for lists. And in the next video, we're going to be going into 2-pointers, and we're going to be solving some 2-pointer problems. And yeah, thanks for watching.